Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Doesn't get any more kind of tourist season has become than that, does it really? I mean, happy smiley tourists sitting atop an open top bus. Meanwhile, we have the ever popular, and I mean that, ever popular Scottish piper here with his bagpipes. He's here very often, actually. Oopsie! Probably a good idea if I check the traffic before marching out. That way, I won't get destroyed by the bus I was just filming. Oh my goodness. That was pretty close, actually, guys. I wasn't paying attention at all. Which is a bit stupid, really, considering there's a set of traffic lights pretty much directly opposite. So we've got bagpipes man behind us. And as you can see, folks, kind of, yeah, I wouldn't say it's packed, but I mean, it's certainly plenty busy. Now, bearing in mind, we've got, at least on the schedule, no roadworks, no protests, no disruptions, no closures, no military ceremonies, no wreath-laying ceremonies, basically nothing, as far as I'm aware, that could potentially disrupt what we are here to see. Just about to walk out, and then my man here decided he was going to, I'm going to run it. Otherwise, guys, we're going to be stuck there for ages, which is not at all what I'm looking for. In other words, why waste time standing there when we can be standing here looking over a very green. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's a green and it's green. Yeah, it does. Why is it a green? Well, everybody, it was raining. It was raining in a rather lovely way for a couple of days. And this is what happens after we get a bit of rain. Look. Everything explodes back to that greenery, and that's a huge positive. And the reason it's a huge positive is that everything looks very depressing when it's all sort of dried out, drought looking in August, when it's all like kind of yellow and horrible. But those couple of days of rain, in fact it was even raining last night, have changed it all. Look, the greens are green. And the reds, that is the same bus actually, folks. I think it just goes around in a circle that we were filming when we opened with our initial shot. Mr. Lloyd George, I'm not sure why they've still got the barring around, because all of the statues have been repaired, cleaned and restored to their original glory. That's the Abbey, of course, over there. Now, I'm going to head straight to you-know-where, folks, simply because we've got, actually in about 9 minutes, we've got the first changeover of the day. Actually, it won't be the first. Apologies, everybody. Horses come out at 10. The second change of the day. Actually, wait, I can walk here because it's one way. I'm just thinking, is it too risky? No, it's not, because it is a one-way street. The traffic's only coming from my left. And the other thing, guys, is if I did get run over, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take too long for help to arrive. I'm not sure why I'm thinking that, but it's just a hunch. In other words, this could be the best place in the whole of London to get run over at the very best time. But then again, I don't know. Hold on, actually, wait. Why am I even waiting? The lights are green. Duh. Okay, phone boxes are pretty busy. Thanks for blocking the path, family. Trying to squeeze through. There's a bit of space. Right. The people that are clad in red, folks, that we often see hanging around the Whitehall and Parliament Square area, they're not communists. They're not Russian or Chinese agents. They haven't been sent here to infiltrate and and disrupt our way of life. They are big red, I mean, you'd never guess, actually, would you, to be fair, big red bus company employees. You know, dressed head to toe in red, looking like a human phone box, pillar box. Yes, that's right, big red bus. Tour bus employees. They're selling tickets. They're not quite ticket touts, but yeah, they're there on commission to sell tickets. I think the commission's 7%. I seem to remember before, which isn't bad. I mean, if you're selling 1,000 quid worth of tickets a day, which in tourist season should be pretty easy, it's still £70 on top of your daily wage. Not a bad amount, is it really? Then again, it costs about £70 to take the tube anywhere these days, so I guess it kind of covers their travel. I have no clue where all these pilgrims are heading to in front of us, guys. Almost in a kind of a very orderly fashion, are they not? Well, it's just like a crowd of people that are marching to Downing Street to demand that the PM resign. Now, even though it doesn't look like it, we're at the beginning of a mini heat wave. Yes, we had a hot day a few days ago. Then it went down again. Now we're back up to, give or take, at the moment, 26-ish today. It doesn't look like it because it's not that bright. We'll be at Horse Guards though. However, by Friday, get this folks, it's going to be hitting 30 degrees plus. For a few days. When I say I don't really mean I mean more like because like, when was it, Friday? It's so uncomfortable filming when it's that hot. It really is uncomfortable. I'd much rather get some temporary workers, a voluntary orderly. In fact, maybe I should send my CV to HCAV. I know the horse names and I'd be happy to water them for free. It's got to be one of the best jobs actually in this weather. I would wager that the troopers are extremely happy to end up with orderlies role, or the role of the orderly. Interesting. They've closed the secondary gates. That is pretty unusual. I was wondering why we've got people here standing and why the queues are building up. Yeah, they've closed. Well, I mean secondary, tertiary to be fair. Main gates, vehicle gates, and then the additional vehicle checkpoint. So yeah, 3 sets of gates to get into Downing Street. Which, to be honest, folks, so yeah, it is unusual to see them all closed like that. People are normally kind of streaming all over the place. I don't know. I mean, I say there's nothing on the calendar, but plus there are very few police vehicles around today. I think that's the first one we've seen. Yeah, maybe one more back there. So when I say nothing's on the schedule, I mean that doesn't mean nothing's going to happen. It just means nothing is on the schedule as a planned disruption. This, by the way, familiar tour guide back there with the flag. It's one group flipping here. We've got a lot today, like 40, 50 of them. Now, as ever, a lot today is going to depend on who we have on duty. Will we get the growler? Maybe. I do think, however, as I think I did allude to on Friday, the lifeguards are on it. Big time recently. Blues are kind of playing catch up in some respects, whereas for most of the year, I think you'd all agree, say most of this year, it was very much the other way around. In fact, so let's see what's up next. Damn, it's a bit of a tight squeeze in the tunnel. Right, here we go. Now, I was hoping to get here about 5 minutes before the change, give or take, so that we might, I mean, say might, could be impossible depending on the number of minions here. We might be able to get kind of close-ish in a good spot for the changeover. I mean, as ever, guys, I'll do my best, but one can simply never be assured of a prominent position on a Sunday morning. So, oh yeah, we have got some little midgets here. Let's ignore them and find a decent spot. I think that's probably going to be the best plan. Oh look, I happen to be exactly in front. Which, to be fair, all good. A bit like that today, yeah? Yeah, but it hasn't started yet, so... No, same. Yeah, I was yesterday. Nah. Okay, folks. So we're back. In fact, a lot of people were out and about yesterday. On my way back into Central yesterday evening, my little TikTok page was flooded with, King's birthday videos. I mean, the way that I look at it, certainly vis-a-vis the Mall and so on, it's always being filmed professionally by army photographers and videographers, and by the BBC and so on. So it's kind of like, what's the point? You know, you can't compete with that kind of access, so let them do their job properly and enjoy the superbly filmed results. Yeah, I'm not going to go too much forward because shortly the trooper's going to start telling everybody to get behind the bollards. So we're going to have to just swallow the, at least for the moment, the number of heads not the horse's head, tourist heads that are intruding in the frame. Look. They're all cutting across the corners of the box to get a decent spot in the yard. Can't blame them. One lady, one in green there that just went through. She actually crouched. She was basically crawling along the ground to avoid getting in anyone's video. It's very kind when they do that. The high shop's doing a roaring trade today. Look, possibly a lot of royalists in London this weekend, especially if they had tickets for yesterday. I mean, to be fair, you don't really need tickets. You can just hang around on the Mall, or you can simply take another option, a stand at the St James's Park exit that is opposite Horseguardsparade. That way you get the music and 90% of the ceremony for free. Yes. Now, looking into the other end, I can't quite see which trooper's on the other horse. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because he's about to leave anyway. Oh, we've got somebody here from the army, folks. I'm sure which army. Nope, it's not this bro. The troopers are coiled and ready, I can tell you that, 100%. One thing I do like already, looking at the camera, not only the spot, but also the light's great today. I've got City of London Police coming, I'm not going to move because I won't get this spot again, coming through the tunnel with one exceptionally beautiful horse. Oh no, I don't think we've seen before. Wait, let me kind of zoom in a little bit on the gate. Tell me if we've seen that one before, guys. Just about to hit the gate unless the tourists stop. The one near side, look at that. That's a really beautiful horse, look. Almost entirely white. Gosh. We might well have seen that one before. Pop the name down, please, everyone. That's a really unusual looking horse, even by the standards of what we normally see here. Oh my golly. The number of people that just turned up on my left. Now, curiously enough, actually, there aren't that many people here filming this morning yet. I mean, this afternoon now, strictly. The bell's just gone bingy bong. Get myself behind the bollards. There we are. Horses like, there's the belt. I'm done. Take me off. This officer's really on it as well, actually. He's always firm. These two bros might get charged. Come on, charge them, horsey. He's got wind of something, the horse. Now, coming out, looking into the yard, I think we've got the... actually, it's a bit too far away to see. Let's wait, we'll see in a minute who's in the boxes next. I don't even recognise the horses either. But to give an idea, guys, look at this. What the flip? And in the yard as well. So get ready for it. Yep, horse is definitely ready to go. Take me off. I don't think either that they will have been watered today, and I don't think there's a high chance of them getting watered this afternoon, unless the sun comes out and it suddenly becomes super hot. Look, see, he's ready for breakfast. Okay, here comes the replacement. Watch the shadow on the ground behind. I thought it's Zorba, but no, it's not Zorba. Different one. Super cutie, but different one. Gosh, it's good that we got here, folks, and stood in this spot. It is absolutely packed. Okay, so one mustachio trooper replaced by another mustachio trooper. How's about that? Oh yeah. Tashman version 1 replaced by an upgrade. Golly, the horse is very well brushed, no, folks. I'm surprised that people are being permitted to go over during the change part. There we have it. I have no idea which language this group is speaking either. Very unusual. Somebody's found a little seat there on the left. Pretty smart. Clanky clank. Okay, dismount's done. Okay, I mean, what we're going to see now, I mean, goodness knows, there's absolutely no space already here for anyone to move. And all of this time it would have been backing up in the tunnel, like whilst they were preparing in the last 5 minutes. And this is a big queue, no, to be honest. How many people are here along here before anyone even comes out the yard? Yeah, way too many people already. Okay, guys, let's see what fun and games occur now. Problem is, we're going to have a hell of a lot of heads. Yeah, I might need to take a step or two forward, guys, otherwise we're going to have heads. I don't want to get any more forward than this, though, otherwise it gets uncomfortable. Okay, so we've got the same orderly as Friday, who I think is actually going to close the box. Is he going to close the box? Let's see. Yeah, good that I stepped forward. There are so many people flooding out now, guys. Look at this. Just the beginning of it at the gates. Actually, the language I wasn't sure about. It's a Polish group. Realistically, the only way the troop is going to keep space around the horse is to put the horse right out into the box. The problem is that's going to put him in the sunshine in the cuirass, which is not exactly what he's probably looking for, in all honesty. Flippery, look at them all. Oh. Sure he's on the quit already. He just got here. Look, even the police are having to wait for the tourists today inside the yard. Met police. Massive grey near side. Look, that's a giant grey. Somebody decided to wear their kitchen curtains to horse guards. Let's hope, folks, that she doesn't get herself shouted at. I'm actually really glad it's not bright yet, because I am dripping, folks, in the humidity. Oh, he's like, get back. Get those ghastly colours away from my sensitive horse. The thing is, guys, I still don't know which horse it is. I might need to wait a while for that. I'm not taking the phone out. Not yet. Not while there's 500 people waiting. What the hell? The police brought out every single horse they've got in London, look. Could have made this like a horse docu-channel just by standing at the gates. Wow, this lady, in fact, I got deja vu then, guys. This lady just came out and she said, "Oh, it's so big." I mean, they're the kind of words that I think most men want to hear. So thanks for that. I'm not sure if she was talking to the horse, though. This bro in his, like, little banana raincoat and it's 30 degrees. Like, what on earth? That's Bogdan, folks, from Serbia on the left. Oh my goodness me.
Sorry, excuse me, thank you.
Oh, it's the Major General, folks, with his pushchair thing. He's plowed through the tourists. Oh my goodness me. What the flip? If we get any closer, we're going to be on the horse. Hello, tourists.
So this way, you guys, we're heading this way.
All of us are going to need to stand on the line soon, though, because there's just not enough space. What on earth? Okay, folks, our favourite visitors from China have just arrived. So get back there, sister, with the same colour as me. And don't get me in trouble. But yeah, it's going to be really hard to get clear. Trooper's telling them. What is she doing? Look, this one. Oops. It was, yeah, I mean, the two of them. Get out of the box. She looks at the trooper like, hey, who do you think you're talking to? Oh, even the tourist behind her repeating it. Get out of the box. Folks, I should get some t-shirts printed with the get out of the box, you mother on them. Oh,
What's up?
look at this other horse at the other end's getting charged into the crowd. What on earth? Mental. That's two in 2 minutes. Wait, there's no one up the other end. I can't see anyone filming at the other end this morning, not one person.
That's a wider shot.
Yeah. Still here, guys. Just observe what's going on at the other end. Chaos here, to be honest. Too many people.
Another guy, before it's fine.
Oh, hold on. The best dressed tourist of the year here. Look at this.
This one is before.
Well,
Yeah. Before this, yeah. I'm staying there 4 or 5.
I'm going to move, guys, to the other end, and the reason I'm going to move to the other end is not because we heard the trooper shout. It's very difficult for me to talk there today. A lot of my friends are filming, and from my perspective, it's not polite to be in everyone else's video. So, we've got a massive crowd at this end, but not one single person filming, which I'm finding particularly odd, in all honesty. Not one. So if anything does happen at the other end, one of my friends will capture it, so I'm happy to be here for a moment. Oh, but it's just, wow, mad busy. Absolutely bonkers, in all honesty. Now, it's a trooper that we saw many times. He's been in the compilation video in a few highlights. He was here on Friday as well. And he's the one that, as we saw a short while ago when he charged the horse, doesn't hold back. In other words, it's a kind of an all or nothing situation. If they're disrespectful, he'll treat them like fools as they deserve. But this end is absolutely bonkers, guys. Other end was bad, but this is like just. Huh? That's a good thing. His helmet's a great fit. Always covers about 3/4 of his eyes. So I think tourists take it that he can't see very much, and they take the you know what. But you know what? Like Ormond, he's always watching. Oh yeah. Constant observation. Plus, to be honest, we're not going to get anything as crazy as that charge. It's really, on these mad mornings, these guys, force of numbers that ends up causing the problems more than intentional disrespect. I mean, we do get a lot of that as well, but numbers, you know, and bodies getting pushed forwards. At least most are careful. That's by preempting move to this end. When everybody else moves to this end shortly, I'll go back to the other end. Musical chairs, guys, with the boxes today. The thing is, this horse is also quite a bit further out into the. In fact, he's probably about 1/3 into the box, but further out than the other one. And we're seeing some of the people at the other end are now coming to this end, including this guy, who almost just smacked her in their head. Look how close that is to her head, bro. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Lucky it's not really bright and sunny here, folks, otherwise we'd be having a boiled egg under that hat. I was not expecting that at all. On the contrary, I was expecting a massive bush of hair. Now, I can try and take 1, maybe 2 steps back so that we can see where the lines are. Actually, yeah, let me use the bollard as like kind of a natural barrier. That's about as good as I can do, guys. We can't quite fit it all in. Certainly not with the horse pulled out. In fact, the horse is going to sleep. In fact, the vast majority of tourists here today are, it seems to be a mix of Chinese and Japanese. Some very, very big groups. And the other thing is that we haven't had the palace mob yet. First little thrust of bodies was from the changeover. So let's see what happens in the next 15 to 20 minutes. I think she's hoping that the troopers are going to salute her. Yeah, thanks, bro. Uh-oh. Almost all of them, though, the ladies that is, are being very cautious and looking carefully before meandering over. I have no idea what this little sort of observation point is that they've created over here, but some tourists seem to think that that's as close as they're allowed to get. Kind of cute, to be fair, no? I think somebody just left the barriers out from yesterday, but people have taken them as being somewhat official, it would appear. She's kind of in the box. But you know, he saves his venom for the serious disrespect, which I admire, to be honest, folks, because sitting up there and seeing so many idiots, it must be hard not to want to scream at everyone's face when they're being stupid. But you get pretty tired if you're doing that for an hour. Hence, better to make an example of the real takers so that everyone else gets the message. Ta-da! This guy. Who's next? I don't think they can decide, in all honesty. Oh, we found a friendly tourist to give their phone to. I really thought they were going to march straight into the box section on the left. Oh. Let's wake up, not bother getting dressed, and go out on the street in our pyjamas. Why not? hearing a PA system at Trafalgar Square, guys. Let's hope that isn't a problem incoming. I was going to point the camera. They're back and forwards all over the place. Horse has totally gone to sleep. Eesh, this tour guide's wandering into the box. Who's next? Of a lot of people. Little disagreement there between two Spanish groups. I think one was like, "Oh, we were here first." I don't know. Maybe one of you can translate. It's like, okay, that's probably who's that guy's on her leggings? Who's that face? Well, actually, not leggings. They're like flary trousers. Very stylish. Oh, there we go. Back for picture number 784. Got a lovely enthusiasm though, guys. It's kind of infectious now, I would say. Massively so. Oops. Oh, right in the box. I think she thought that dressing as a lifeguard, he wouldn't realise that she's not in the same regiment. But he did. Speaking of which, it's got super funny and sweet, to be quite honest. Oh, we've got little man Frank behind us as well, in his soldier uniform. I think they've just come from the palace. Yeah, Trafalgar Square. Yeah, little Frank. Who's next? Look, someone else with an umbrella in the new official tourist observation deck. Now, it might seem kind of quiet, guys, especially in front of the box directly, but as you can see, it's a long way from it.
Stand here and I'll take a photo of you. Just there. Come on. Great.
The issue of how many of them, in fact, even want to bother coming forward.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. So look.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Okay, that's right.
Oh man. Where's the camera?
They're just like, look at this, they're just like all shuffling and bowing and all kinds of weird stuff here. Trying to squeeze through the limited space. She's going to wander back into the box. This one. Well, I mean, to be honest, she's actually got one foot in already. Now, I think, and you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think this was a troop that I described as being ormondesque, which is the most appropriate term. In other words, patient, studious, restrained. But wow, when it kicks off. Everyone that's here right now, feet on the lines all the way around the box. On, not over. How is it Japanese can be so effortlessly stylish? Just saw the chief come out as well with his riding crop. Don't know where he's gone. He's in the yard somewhere. A couple of the police have actually taken off. There we are. That was the lady I thought would get told. You just told her to get behind the line. And usually the police are removing their headgear as well. Some of them have. Oh, wait, the officer just walked into the box behind the horse. Interesting, just to check all was well with the trooper. Oh, she walks into the box. Her friend pulled her out of the box just in time. Okay, interesting. The police officer closed the box. Now, that's interesting because I was pretty sure they decided to leave them open today. Now the sun's come out. It's proper hot. Oh, Corporal Force just told the kid behind the line out of the box. Good stuff. That's a nice shot now. The chief, the horse, trooper, a few tourists. Love it. Oh, missed the photo op. Just about to take a picture. Missed it. Too late. Never mind. I'm heavily leaning toward a two-parter today, guys. Let's see what happens. Now, luckily, at the other end, the other trooper that we started with has pulled his horse completely back into the box, likely due to numbers. So we definitely moved at the right time. For some reason, everyone seems to be sort of looking that way today, as opposed to standing, looking toward us today. Very curious state of affairs, eh? Oh, she's in the box. Kind of. Funny though, seeing the chief having to do parental work because the actual parents can't be bothered to supervise. Okay, some guy's trying to squeeze through his little dog here on the left. Oh, we've got people with kids in the boxes all over the place. And there are way too many people here today. Okay, now I'm just about far enough to be able to show you the lines touching the wall. I mean, just. Oh, she's right in the box as well, this little one. But to be honest, I don't think there's any point in exploding at little kids. Maybe a polite telling off. Does she want to touch the horse? Yeah, of course. I do wonder somewhat though how much that fines issue has impacted what we've seen in the past week or so. I wouldn't think it would have particularly changed anyone's attitude 360, but I think it might have given a couple of troopers pause for thought, because they're kind of over the line in some cases. Not hugely, folks, but partially. I never knew actually when they stopped right in front of the camera like that and pointed at me whether they're stopping to take a picture of me or stopping to take a picture of themselves. I mean, not that it matters either way. So even the horse was pretending, wasn't really asleep. Fire brigade. Just missed it. The tourist went in the box and tried to jump on the horse behind the guard. I'm joking. Why? What happened?
Just want to check the road.
Wait, to have them shut or open? Ah, okay, interesting use of the emergency button, folks, to get the doors closed. I did wonder why the police closed the doors at this end. I thought they were going to leave them open.
That is a little down the road. He already pressed it.
Yeah. Okay, interesting use of the emergency button, folks. The emergency button for non-emergency. Yeah? Oh, yes.
Did you get it?
Oh, you can't touch the horse, naughty, naughty. But where's the other horse gone? Oh, he's hiding. Okay. Yeah, the other horse is vanished, guys. 100% in the box. Can't even see its head from here. Shy, maybe. March up and taking the unit to the max, look.
Alright, 2 seconds.
I feel like being at the bollard, folks, tourists telling other people filming to move. The crush is pretty wild, and I find it very hard to understand why we're not getting more in front of the camera, given the numbers here.
Tem gente na frente. Não vai sair não. Tem que parar.
I've got no idea what happened at the other end to make the trip so reluctant to keep the horse visible. There's no shout or anything else. Very peculiar. I think he's saving for people that go right in and or right up toward the horse. Oh, thanks, Blondie. Yeah, I'm a little bit perplexed, to be fair. Okay, actually, I need to talk, otherwise the music behind is going to be a problem. Flipping on these two in front of me. Chicas. Okay, so the trooper just changed his mind the other end and decided to march the horse right out into the crowd. Okay, that, to be honest, guys, is what I was hoping to see. It's a very odd one, but I think I was right in the sense that he's being very selective. Instead of just shouting or screaming in everyone's face and losing his temper, which, to be honest, is a silly thing to do on a very hot day anyway. I suffer from massive dry mouth, so I can understand why the trooper would. He's saving it. He's being patient and cautious, and only the ones that are right up, right next to the horse are getting a good telling off. Fair is fair. Now, I think the reason that this entire area has effectively just been cleared is because the horse is not happy. So he's brought the horse out a couple of times to clear the crowd away. The horse actually came out, it looked like from that end, over the line of the box. that far out. Odd, no? And at the other end now, he's also brought the other horse. Look, obviously it had to happen the second that we moved right out of the box as well. So it sounds, or it sounds and looks, more importantly to me, as though we are not going to be, at least for the moment, it always dies down after there's been a few fines dished out. Not going to be getting massive, you know, get back, get behind the bollard, get the box, blah, 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 shouts. They're using the horses to push everyone back and politely, as we just saw, stand back, excuse me ma'am, excuse me madam, whatever, out of the box. Yep, that is what I think we're going to see more of. Is that good or bad? I don't know, to be honest, folks. Like I said, it happened before, and we've been through this multiple times. It calms down for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it kicks off. Too many blondies here today, just... They're not doing it intentionally, but it kind of looks like they are. Look, I move, and then they move. Like, constantly. Wait. That's more like it. Good stuff. See that? Okay, so my theory was right. Instead of shouting in their faces and wasting his breath, he'll just gently manoeuvre them. See I mean, I hope we call that. It's impossible to get the horse and the tourist in the shot unless I was filming at 0.6, which I'm not. But look. I'm trying to lip read, but I can't. This officer takes no crap anyway. He's really good. I mean, to be honest, I actually think that that's more effective than shouting. For two reasons. One, you see the look on their faces when the horse is coming up right behind them, especially if they're doing like some stupid little selfie video or whatever. They see the horse coming really close behind. Obviously, that's magnified by the fact that they've got the camera there taking the selfie. So they think they're about to get charged and they run away, screaming. Be interesting to look at that afterward and see the expression on their faces. They deserve that, no? So wait for them all to fill up the box, and then just get a little bit, get myself actually back as well. Now, that wasn't for me, guys. I'm behind the bollards, but wow. There's also kind of a lot of detritus on the ground today. Hell of a lot. Like napkins, serviettes, look, all of this. Blowing all over the place. A bit of a mess, to be honest. They need like a permanent street sweeper, road cleaner here. It seems that the horse just wants sometimes to have a little bit of an exercise out of the box. It's a massive horse, actually. Let's see if we can see which one it is. His head. I'm not sure whether he did it intentionally a minute ago and they ran away, but the horse keeps coming out of the box by itself. Look, I think he wants to quit. See if I can get us an ID, folks, on the horse. I mean, there's a small chance it could be a new one. I don't think it is, but
I think this is why he wanted to close the next door.
yep, could well be, so the horse can't run off. I mean, the trooper's trying to keep the box completely clear, but obviously people are arriving and heading into it or around it. The horse is nervous, but I don't know why. There's nothing going on here, particularly out of the ordinary. Right, I think I've got the hoof on. 1 second, let's see if it's clear enough. Ooh, slightly difficult one. Let me see, guys. This is what I think it is, and my money's on. Oh God, here we go with this situation with yeah, Quella. The Curiously is on my list as a mare. It's a flipping giant horse. I mean, doesn't mean it couldn't be a mare, but I think one or two of you also said that you don't think it's Quella. Or actually, wait, I forgot now. Maybe that was the situation with Keta. We've got the Pakistani named Keta. This one's Quella, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe Kella. I don't know. Spelt with a Q. It's the second time recently we've seen this one being super nervous and not happy. Oh I'll go back to the other end in a minute if the tourists don't start coming back forward again. There are plenty of them here, but we've got a massive clear amount of space around the box. I know you're going to be thinking that's great, and it is, but obviously it's not the most inspirational thing to be filming for you guys. Loads more Chinese tourists here, but they're all staying really far back. I think some of the tourists, when they emerge, are not even aware there is a horse here. You come out the gate here at the front and look to your right, you can't see a horse. Look, he's completely back in the box. I wouldn't say sulking, but there's clearly a reason he's not a happy boy or girl, if it is indeed a mare. I don't know, maybe the horse just doesn't like this many people. And in that respect, folks, I know exactly how he or she feels. Look at them all. Right, back at this end. For a while. Oh yeah. It's really packed. Busy. Okay, here we are. We are back. And they're all kind of carefully manoeuvring around the box. Look, so we've got basically like a haircut channel at this point. Oh, right in the box, look at this. Serves her right. Sorry folks, I think we got that clearly. We've got this dude with his fat head right in front of the camera, which happens sometimes. It really wouldn't help on the other wall, would it, to have that stay behind. I think the best phrase would be stay behind the white line. They're all. Because strictly speaking, it's not a box, is it? It's a partial box. God, what a mess. I'm not sure what Antoine's doing, folks, but he's in trouble. Antoine. There's another bro, look at this, straight up toward the horse. That's it, charge him. I charge him doubly, charge him £100 for being disrespectful, and charge him with a horse. My money's on him being an important Pakistani politician. Notice he didn't even flinch when he was shouted at. Probably because he shouts at his staff like that all day. Okay, who's next? No idea who this one is, folks. Oh. She's keeping the sun out of her eyes or trying to salute? What's going on? Oh, that's so cute.
You're here, you may as well. Yeah, I'm flying back tonight.
Such a cute conversation, actually.
25 hours. I've got, 3 8-hour flights.
Wait, folks, is it? No, come on, 25 hours to fly to Oz.
What about you?
Crazy. Okay, so they're busy making new friends. Girl from Oz, girl from Thailand.
Just waiting for the people to. Oh, I think the phone just pushed it.
Curious actually, folks, just how much restraint we have seen today, given those that walked right up to the horse, not just into the box, but I mean within easy touching distance of the horse. Good place actually to network this, folks. Sort of international dating, as I've mentioned before, a tourist dating at Horse Guard. No way for remotely close together, and that horse is pretty much quit, folks. He's just not in a good mood. He's completely back in the box again. I think that's probably actually why, even though it might not look like it in front of the camera, it's so packed all around me at this end. From what I'm hearing here, how many people are asking others to take their pictures? Most tourists are here alone today, like individually. Never heard so many people asking others to take snaps. Now this bro is right in the box, but not for long. Oh, there we go. That's the third or fourth time we've seen the horse used as gentle and subtle motivation to get them out of the box. This networking opportunity behind me is going on a bit too long now. So guys, maybe head to the airport together now.
I'm heading there just before I leave, just to get one last look at
Very cute though, that little conversation between the two ladies. I wasn't expecting that face because I wasn't directly looking. I'm not sure how clear or not that was. But there's always one or two clowns here that get in the box and take the mick. That was a really good example. But in defence of this gentleman in the green cap, it wasn't intentional. He didn't know, and he looked very embarrassed. Yeah, I thought it might have been some stupid doing it intentionally, but he absolutely wasn't. Plenty do, guys, but he wasn't one of them. Crazy, eh? And I have, well, clearly we got that or not. But wow.
I got your photos anyway.
Mad.
I got him.
I'm trying my best, guys, to not have people's heads and, turn this into some sort of anatomical observation channel, but days like today, it's really, really difficult. They've just noticed the white line, but they're not over it. It will not take us long at all to get to the 500 times the guard let rip at stupid tourist video, will it, at this rate? I can tell you now we're already heading toward 80. People arguing, just all kinds of whatever behind me. I can't even begin to tell you what's going on because I don't understand it myself. It's a flipping mess here. Look at them all. They can't even decide what they're doing. And here. He's giving people that just get over the line or stand on it a pass. As you've seen, anyone that gets disrespectfully close, i.e. within touching distance of the horse, or indeed himself or his boots, not holding back. New guidelines possibly? I mean, it's very odd that we're seeing such a difference today compared to Friday, and indeed when the lifeguards were on last Monday and Tuesday. Now, bear in mind tomorrow, guys, begins a good solid blues week, first one for a while. Monday, Tuesday, and then next weekend, 30-degree weekend, will be and sunny blues weekend. Now, military season isn't over, but we won't be seeing disruptions here at Horse Guards because the other ceremonies that take place during the month of July, beating retreat, are in the evening. Yeah, for like fireworks and light shows and stuff, which is good because it means that we don't need to. Oh, here we go, another one. I thought was about to march straight into the box. It means we don't need to worry about this place being closed at the weekends. Bear in mind, it's been a month now since we had a normal Saturday. A month. We haven't had an actual Saturday here at Horse Guards in a month. Crazy, eh? But that now changes, and we're firmly into normality. In other words, July, August, September, 3 months with, hopefully, other than protests, no Saturday closures. To be honest, I'm not even sure why they didn't take the other horse off and replace it, because just not in the mood at all. Really not happy horsey.
15-20 minutes.
I don't think this part will be able to stand like way back and film from an elevated point over. That would be the best thing. It'd be like a step ladder here. You wouldn't get away with it because the police would close it down straight off. Net that is. But a tall step ladder, 6 foot in the air, filming down over the box, capture everything that happens in and around the box. Whilst also, she's saying hello and waving to the trooper. Is he going to respond? Hell no. If it were like this, kind of like up, like that, guys, elevated, looking down on everything. Obviously, if I was higher up, we'd get to see the horse, the trooper, all the tourists, and the complete box. Those would be like the dream videos. Still amazing that HCAV haven't mounted some cameras here and killed all the idiot live streamers in 1 second by doing it themselves. That's the solution. Because everyone would watch the official streams. In fact, I'd have watched them, for goodness sake. So that's the way to do it. A couple of live cams here at Horse Guards. Although, I guess the counter-argument against deploying that here is that it's a bit tacky. Like, it's not really befitting, is it? Let's be honest. I'm interested actually. Once they change them both over in a minute, it will come out as a replacement. It's a bit annoying having any kind of half staffing. I mean, it's 10-2 at the moment. Somebody behind me just said, I wonder how much the horse gets paid. What? But not as a joke, actually, like seriously. Loving the enthusiasm of Little Miss Buttercup. I can see this one getting too close. Now what? Is she an equine dental nurse, perhaps? She's like, oh my god, one tooth looks less than white. Like, hello, maybe get the maybe take the hint that the trooper is not interested in a casual chat about your stupid questions, no? Oh, she's like, get out of the way, I want to take a picture. Good. See? Tourists police themselves. Oh, she pretty much skipped over. Who's next? No one. Oh, hold on. Guards Teddy at the ready. I personally think they're really cute pictures when tourists bring the Guards Teddies. They should make everyone buy a Guards Teddy from the guard shop. Imagine the revenue. If you make this final video, folks, can you post the number of charges that we saw today? Not necessarily directly in front of the camera, but total. I'm pretty sure we got to 6. I can't decide who's next. Oh, she's got some cash, folks, in her left hand. Is it a donation that's about to be refused? Sorry, right hand. Hello. Okay. Not happening. It's rapidly becoming something of a cashless society, folks, Sweden style. So to see people here with cash in their hand is surprising if they're not planning on handing it to the guard. Next. I wonder actually I'll be the other one during the changeover where the troopers with the Shire horse is going to be really on it in terms of keeping everything clear during the changeover. Let's see. I'm sure the kid just dropped on the ground. Here's another one. He's wandered into the box. Stand behind the white line, the mouth. Eek. We'll relocate in just a minute, folks. In fact, I just noticed we're super close to the end of the first part anyway. Part 2 will follow, depending on which troopers we have out next. I'm secretly hoping we might get a couple of familiar faces that we haven't yet seen on duty today. They're not doing 2 and then 2, they're doing 2, 2, 2 and then repeating. In other words, 6 on rotation. But now trooping's out of the way, we'll start to see a lot of new and old but familiar faces returning. Pretty much between now and November. Anatomical inspection. No, she's a veterinary school in Australia. Okay, let's relocate. Just in time, folks. Look at this. Union flag tour of London to Embankment bus. So we'll restart part 2, or what will hopefully transpire to be part 2, here in a few minutes. I'm actually trying not to go over the 70-minute mark because for reasons that don't matter. Let's just say that material is definitely being treated differently, very differently, these days by Google. So our closing shot will be this old route master, beautifully appropriately decorated. In 2025. Fantastic, eh? Anyway, back in a minute. Trooper and horse are still in out. It's like a flipping yo-yo here with this horse. But more of that in just a few minutes, guys. I'll be back shortly. Bye for now, people.